of Poland, and winter is not to be missed. Winter sports like skiing are mostly centered on the mountain ranges in the southern part of Poland. But there's plenty of ice skating too. All the major cities have ice skating rinks, and the usual chilly winter means that ice skating on lakes, or even sometimes rivers and streams, is possible. Winter in Poland also means long walks in the forest, followed by warm fires and cozy atmospheres indoors, with a special beverage of your choice. It's a good time to spend with your friends. Wintertime in Poland is also good for tourism because there are a lot less people around. Hotel accommodation is easier to be had, and prices are generally lower. So join us for this special edition of Poland Daily Travel in the studio, where we're talking about things to do in Poland in the winter, with my guest, Nicholas Richardson. No relation, as usual. Poland Daily Travel. We're here for you. Find us on Facebook at Poland Daily Travel or Poland Daily Live. That's Poland Daily Live on YouTube. And if you're not too busy, please subscribe. We'd really appreciate it. I'm Will Richardson, and now on with the show. Most of Europe, this is the thing, folks. Poland is very inexpensive.
Reasonably priced.
You can say it's not inexpensive, but reasonably priced for the quality you get of virtually everything.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
And that makes it really adds to the fun when you're traveling, doesn't it? I think. Because everybody likes you like a good deal.
Of course they do.
This guy says there's a lot of drunk girls.
Sometimes it makes you wonder whether these people are just writing.
What is he talking about? I don't see a lot of drunk girls.
I think actually you do. It's not like, I sadly, if you go to some of the cities in England, you do see a lot.
In the UK, you would see that,
but in
not
Poland,
here.
in Poland, in fact, in Poland,
hardly ever.
You hardly ever see any public drunkenness
anymore.
And if it is, it's sort of the sort of sad old characters.
Yeah, and certainly not young people.
Certainly, I don't think I've ever seen drunken women in Poland. They're a lot more sensible.
Certainly,
than
I haven't
that.
seen recently.
No, I haven't either.
Yeah.
So I don't know where he's been.
I don't know. He's not very pink nature, though. His picture's not very pink now. I don't know. Maybe this is just a joke.
Maybe.
Anyway, he says, love the show. Keep up the good work with cousin Nicky. Okay.
So
well,
sweet of him.
He's not all bad. He's obviously not all bad. He knows he likes a good show every now and then. Here's a guy. I can't even say what that is, so we won't say. We'll talk about Peter, 1985. The weather is very unpredictable. Okay. I'd avoid visiting between mid-January and the end of February. Oh, that's right where we are.
That's right where we are. Okay.
Holy God, we're screwed. That's when you're most likely to encounter the lowest temperatures. I can't recall a winter when it would be below -5 around Christmas and New Year's Day. It's often above 0. The first 2 months of the year are sometimes pretty mild. Oh.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Well, this guy made a study of this, hasn't he? And sometimes insanely cold. Okay, he's going -25. That's insanely. Is that insanely cold?
Well, I was just saying earlier. I find it's not uncomfortable. It's very, very cold.
If it's dry.
If it's dry.
If it's dry cold, it's perfectly.
Whereas,
okay.
For example, I was in England at Christmas on a couple of days where it's just above maybe 2 or 3 degrees, but because of the dampness, you really feel much colder than you do when it's -15 somewhere else.
I agree. I'll tell you this. What about cool things to do in Warsaw? Should I just tell you what some of them
tell
are?
us what people...
I think everybody wants to know.
Well, they do, yes.
If you're in Warsaw during the winter, I read this brilliant stuff, and you can't find a fireplace to read a good book in front of, you'll want to consider going outside. That's good advice.
Yeah, it is, yeah.
Yeah, that you might consider going
Fighting
outside.
the cold with the cold's own weapons, if you can't find a fire.
Exactly. So you can do ice skating.
Yes. Oh, yeah, that's a point. There are a lot of
ice rinks
that pop up during the winter months.
Yeah, and there's a lot of illuminations to see
exactly.
in the streets. Those are beautiful. And they have, including the Royal Garden of Light.
Yes.
The Royal Gardens.
Is new.
Which is beautiful.
Newly
And
restored,
You can do. You can also go to the ski mountain. There's a ski mountain or ski hill just on the west side of Warsaw.
There is.
Just in front of the West Station, or not far from it.
Not far from it.
Yeah, just north of it. And if it really freezes, then you can do something which very few humans are capable of, which is walk on the water.
Yes.
You ever done that?
I haven't, actually.
We used to do it a lot when we were kids, but it doesn't...
You've got to be very careful. But yeah, it's another, but you make a point, because actually it's quite interesting that in cold winters, the vistula through Warsaw does freeze, and then you...
It sure does.
Or you can then see these, when it's these large chunks of ice flowing down the river. Yeah. And I've not noticed that for a few years either.
Didn't it freeze last year?
I'm not sure.
I think it did. It was frozen last year, but not for very long.
Yeah.
And I don't know how deep. It didn't look like it was... We didn't have... I mean, it was snowed a lot, but it wasn't hugely cold.
It wasn't... We didn't feel those sort of weeks of this sort of Siberian type.
Yeah. Well, I'm going on the road soon.
Are you?
So I'll let you know what it's like in the mountains. I'm going to go down, looking at a couple of, destinations down in the mountains.
Make sure you have your winter tires on your car.
I'm going to... Well, we're taking one of the station's cars. Oh. We need to get a Poland Daily Travel Land Rover.
Or something like that.
I was going to say Roadrunner. That was
Roadrunner, yes.
We
do. Well, we need lots for Poland Daily, of course, but that's a different conversation.
Yes, Poland Daily Travel.
Poland Daily Travel.
Land Rover. Okay, we'll put your picture on there.
Thank you.
On the bonnet, as you say.
On the bonnet, yes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. And a bonnet on your picture.
Yes, and you say hood, don't you?
We say hood. Yeah. When we're allowed to say that. Thanks everybody for watching. That's it for this series of stories about Poland in the winter. Yes, Poland is great in the winter, and you can do a lot of fantastic things in Poland during the winter. We've done a lot of fantastic things. And one of the greatest things is just to go somewhere nice and sit and have a nice cup of coffee and a conversation.
Exactly.
Or even a beer.
Or even a beer.
Yeah? Or a glass of wine.
Or mulled wine.
Yes, go to Milzinski's for wine.
Yes.
Okay, everybody, stay tuned for more adventures from Poland Daily Travel when we go on the road.